The most recent UConn hooper taken as a lottery pick was that man Kemba Walker in 2011 after a crazy run in March Madness. And now 10 years later, UConn might just have another guy that 10 teams cannot pass up on with 6'5" shooting guard James Bouknight. Anything otherwise and this guy will have been a steal. Because after his promising freshman season, Bouknight's sophomore year has been even better, just like things are supposed to be. And he's shown plenty of reasons as to why he's ready for the NBA. His play style is electric and fan appealing, his production actually impacts winning, and his 40-point game 4 games into the season are just a few of these reasons. And as March Madness approaches, I really won't be surprised if his name becomes much more mainstream. So yeah, today we're talking about the rise of James Bouknight and why he may be a steal in the upcoming draft. But before I go any further, what's up YouTube, Plug Speaks back with a vid. If you are new, first of all, welcome, go ahead and subscribe. Also, like this up if you enjoy. I drop bangers 3 to 4 times a week and we're trying to hit 5K soon, so I'd for sure appreciate it. But back to the vid though. So unlike most other potential lottery picks, James Bouknight is not a one and done player and was not a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. If you look at the class of 2019 high school rankings, you'll scroll past the top 10, top 30, and even top 60 players before you see James Bouknight at the 69th spot as a 4-star recruit. But this doesn't mean he wasn't hooping, and if anything, his mid-100s rank was partially due to a knee injury he suffered during his last 2 years in high school. But before this injury, as a junior he put up 19.3 points and 5 rebounds at McDuffie Prep and was just able to grow his notoriety. And by the time he was ready to declare to a D1 school, he had offers to solid programs like Virginia Tech, Miami, Indiana, Temple, and more. But he wound up choosing UConn because on top of the program's solid resume, they were one of the only schools to actually stick by him when he was injured, while most other programs paid him no attention. And now he's showing they made the right decision. But Bouknight's freshman year was not too smooth. He did show promising signs, however, some of his off-the-court disciplinary issues and his underdeveloped game kept him off many, if not all, 2020 mock drafts. As far as numbers, he put up 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist on 46% from the field and 35% from 3 in about 26 minutes a game, which earned him 3rd team All-ACC when things were all said and done. Which now brings us to the current season where this man James Bouknight is breaking out in a big way. Through 11 games played, he's putting up 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.5 assists on an efficient 46% from the field and an average 30% from 3. I mean, he's improved in pretty much every category, and his offensive ability is not one-sided. He can score in the paint with the best of them, he can hit middies, and then his 3-point shot may seem unreliable, however, he's just a streaky shooter. But before I dive into his play style and his strengths and weaknesses, I want to credit his impact on winning. I mean, this man missed 5 weeks and 8 games due to an elbow injury that needed surgery back in January. And in those 8 games, UConn went 4-4. But in the 11 games he's played with the team, they are 9-2. I mean, they're completely different. And it's understandable why when watching the team play. He's their biggest source of offense, and the amount of defensive attention teams must give him helps his teammates, although he doesn't get much assists. And then beyond points, the team just plays with a different energy with him on the floor. His electric play style is like an energy booster. I don't know about y'all, but if I see my teammate get a crazy putback dunk off another teammate's missed shot, just as Bouknight does night in and night out, I'm going to feel a little bit more energized just by witnessing that greatness. It's really that simple, and I'm not trying to give all the credit to Bouknight because UConn has some other good players, but Bouknight ultimately puts them over the hump, and I believe this winner mentality will serve him well in the NBA. But now for his play style, starting with offense. Like I said, James Bouknight is a 3-level scorer, but most of his points come from drives and his God-given athletic talent. Guys, he's 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. This man's driving ability is up there with the best of the best in the draft. And it's really crazy how players like him, Jalen Suggs, Jalen Green, or even Sharife Cooper are able to just find a way to guide the ball into the rim when they attack the paint, no matter who is defending. But yeah, James Bouknight is acrobatic and knows how to avoid getting his shot blocked. He can also just explode for an open dunk or maybe get a poster dunk. And even though he weighs just 190 pounds, he doesn't shy away from contact and is able to finish with contact. He gets to the line nearly 6 times a game and shoots 79%. So yeah, he's almost unguardable when attempting these shots in the paint. And then his mid-range is also reliable, although he doesn't attempt too many of them. And then again, his 3-point shot is streaky and not as reliable, but teams still respect it. They're not going to leave that man wide open. He's had a game with 5 threes and then a game where he goes over 4. Overall, he just doesn't struggle to score the ball, but there is more to offense like playmaking, and he's yet to show the ability to set his teammates up at an elite or even a solid level. And his assist to turnover ratio of 1.5 to 2.9 is further evidence of this weakness. So that's something that needs improvement, but honestly, I believe this part of his game will arrive later on, mainly when a team really challenges him to play make. But anyway, there are 2 sides to the game, and defensively, Bouknight could also improve. And now he doesn't play poor defense, and he does get 1.4 steals a game, which shows he's at least engaged on defense enough to maybe intercept the passing lane. And he's lowered his number of fouls this year despite playing more minutes, so he's also a disciplined defender, but there's more to defense than that. And with a 6'9" wingspan, I won't say he's gonna become an elite 2-way player, but come on, he has the potential to become a real threat on defense if he decides to. Whether it be sticking man-to-man defense, getting more blocks, there's just a lot he could do. But overall, his average defense does not outshine his seemingly elite scoring ability, and he's very much worthy of being taken in the lottery. And this is a little off topic, but I dare say this might just be me, but the same way Kemba was the closest player to Kyrie in the 2011 draft is the same way I view James Bouknight and Jalen Green. And now Jalen Green is the better player and can score in even more ways and can even play make better. However, similarities such as their height, their skinny builds, and mainly their acrobatic finishes around the rim just showing off their crazy hang time is very special, and it's the reason they've both received Zach LaVine comparisons. Although Jalen Green also gets those skinny Kobe compliments, so I don't know, tell me if it's just me. But before I wrap this video up, I'm gonna point out one more interesting thing. It's easy for us fans and viewers to compliment these top players for obvious reasons, but when an opponent or coach compliments a player, their words hold much more weight. And back during his senior year of high school, Cole Anthony mentioned James Bouknight when asking about the hardest players he's ever had to guard. And come on, I know Cole Anthony is not some great defender, but he's no bum. He was top 3 in high school, he played alright for UNC last year, and now he's about to carve out hopefully a long NBA career. And he was praising Bouknight's scoring ability before Bouknight was even in college. That says a lot. Game recognizes game. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Let me know how you feel about Bouknight and where he will go in the draft. Also, comment some other semi-underrated players you might want me to cover as we get closer to the draft. But yeah, as always, I appreciate y'all watching. Like this up, share it, sub if new, all of that, and I'm out.